Food has more of an impact on the lives of humans than we realize. Food is a large, if not all-encompassing part of our lives. For America's poor, this concept is often associated with food stamps and inexpensive, processed, and canned goods. Financial conservatives have worked against government aid to the poor on the principle that it is a waste of resources, even though outreach through the government is the only way to elicit substantial change. Additionally, poverty rates in America have only steadily grown over the past few generations. This rise in population has led to budget cuts for programs aiding the poor. Which brings us to our central rebuttal: those who do not believe in additional aid to compensate for this rise in impoverished populations. The solution is a combination of three principles: access, affordability, and education. Many of America's poorest districts are considered food deserts, or areas where access to healthy foods is almost impossible. In order to even begin to reform and solve America's health crisis amongst the poor, is to aid the way the poor receive their food altogether. While the problem of access to healthy foods certainly requires government reform, the issue of health amongst the poor goes far deeper than a simple means of access to these foods. In other words, for the poor to buy healthy foods, they must first be able to afford them. The poverty cycle is a phenomenon where poor families become impoverished for enough time that the family includes no surviving ancestors who possess and can transmit the intellectual, social, and cultural knowledge to escape poverty. Hence, education pertaining to the healthy nutrition and process of sustaining a diet of healthy foods is not the most accessible in poorer families who have been victimized by the poverty cycle. Statistic after statistic has proven the correlation between low income, low class, and poor health. And without substantial reform of the way America is handling this epidemic, it will only grow and affect more of America's poor. So, what happens if America chooses to do nothing? Will we use our government resources to protect our citizens, or will we exchange life for confirmed safety of our funds? Without significant change in public policy, this epidemic will only grow until it affects more and more Americans, until it is far past the point that we can't ignore anymore.